Welcome back to TeshKidFX for another price prediction update, and in this video I'll be giving you a price prediction update on Sandbox, whose current price stands at the $1.2517 mark, and here on TradingView the market is up by 5.7%. and in this video I want to give the key scenarios that I expect to play out on this chart, and my analysis I'll be basing it on the Elliot waves and the Fibonacci's, and I'll also show you some of the patterns that we might have on this chart and also take a look at the indicators. So if you're interested in such content, make sure that you stick around till the end of this video, and I'll kickstart the video by giving a brief of what has been happening on this chart. From the all-time high, we started seeing lower prices in this massive ABC correction, and the ABC correction has taken us to around the $0.57 mark, and from there we have started seeing a nice recovery to the upper side, and I believe Sandbox has done whatever it needed to do in its ABC correction, and we might see a move to the upper side in this Elliot wave pattern, having a wave 5 taking us to an all-time high. And the first wave, which is the wave 1, I have a target which is between the $5.5 mark and the $4.65 mark. That is the minimum that I expect that wave 1 to the upper side to do, and that I'm basing it on the Fibonacci's. So if I apply the Fibs here, you can see that that yellow target lies between the Fib level 0.618 and the Fib level 0.5 Fib level. That is the minimum that I expect that wave to the upper side to do. And I want to go to the 4-hour chart so that you can see some of the moves that might be likely to play out on this chart. You can see that from the moment that we lost this key area of support at around the $1.44 mark, we saw lower prices. We even had a triangle over here which we broke out of, and we broke to the lower side of that triangle and went to the lower side, and even lost this key area of support that we had at around the $1 mark, and we went to around the $0.73 mark, and then from there we have started seeing a nice bounce to the upper side, and we are trading above this key area of support now, which is above the $1 mark, and I expect us to continue pushing to the upper side. And once that happens, I expect us to even break this key other area of resistance that we have at around the $1.44 mark. And I believe whatever we are seeing at the moment is the 5 Elliot wave fractal waves. That is the wave 1, wave 2, wave 3 and wave 4 of that first wave to the upper side. That might be it. That is the first wave, the second wave, then a third wave might be in formation soon, fourth wave, and a fifth wave to the upper side to complete that wave 1 to the upper side. And some of the targets that I have here to try and check whether this wave 1 that I have indicated here is valid, I can try and use the Fibonacci's. So if I use the Fibs from that point to the high of that wave 1, you can see that the retracement to the lower side went to around the $0.38 mark, which means that is a valid wave 2, and it has done the minimum requirements for a wave 2. And what we might be seeing here is an impulsive wave of that wave 3. And for us to confirm it's a wave 3, we first need to break above the high of this wave 2, wave 1, that is at around the $1.35 mark. Once we start trading above that, it might be possible that that is the wave 3 of that first wave to the upper side. And we also need to break above that key area of resistance at $1.44 mark. And the target for the wave 3, I can try and have a target for that wave to the upper for the wave 3 using the trend based Fib. So if I start it from that low of wave 1 to the high of wave 1 to the low of the wave 2 down here, we get a maximum target area at around the $1.95 mark. That is the minimum that I'd expect that wave 3 to the upper side to do, and then from there we can have a bit of a retracement in a wave 4 and then have a wave 5 to the upper side. So those are the key moves that I expect to see, basing it on the Elliot waves and the Fibonacci's. If we take a look at the scenarios that can play out basing it on the support and resistances, it's possible that we might continue pushing to the upper side now that we are trading even above the 9-day MA. And if I also apply the 20-day MA, you can see we are also trading above the 20-day MA and they are giving us support. It's possible that we might continue pushing to the upper side and break above that key area of resistance. And once that happens, we can then have a retest, and if the retest is a success, we can continue pushing to the upper side, and that move can now take us to around the $1.95 mark, which I've given as a target area for the wave 3 using the trend based Fibonacci. It's also possible that we might find a reversal here and break to the lower side and find this support once more at around the $1 mark. And once we maybe lose it, it's possible that we continue pushing to the lower side, and that can take us to around the $0.73 mark. And if we lose that, that would mean the ABC correction low is not yet in, and that this move right here is a continuation of the ABC correction. So those are the key scenarios that I expect to play out on these charts. If we take a look at the indicators, that you can see that here on the 4-hour RSI we were in the overbought region, and at the moment we are having a bit of a retracement to the lower side on the RSI, and that could be trying to create room for us to continue pushing to the upper side. So it's possible that we might see a little bit of lower prices here, then have a movement to the upper side and break above that key area of resistance. On the RSI, on the MACD, soon we might, maybe it's not yet clear what we might have, print a bearish cross or a bullish cross very soon. But you can see that on the MACD we are having a bit of an increase in volume, so that would mean maybe we might have that bullish cross. We just need to give it time so that we can be clear on that. So those are the key scenarios that I expect to play out here on the Sandbox chart, and I'll keep you updated on any movements on this chart.